Hello. I was sitting there having supper and I thought, well, you know what? I would show y'all what I eat so that you can see my routine of how I work in these wild things and healthful things into my regular meals. Now, first of all, I'm going to show you how I usually eat my wraps, and I do normally just eat wraps or something quick or something simple. I tend to be kind of busy, and I actually don't like to cook a lot. I don't like to be over a stove a lot, so I like something real easy to do. Now, one of the things that I have added to my wild bed, my medicinal bed, is mustard, and I will show you right here. It's yellow mustard. I planted it just a few weeks ago, and I've already got some little leaves coming up. So I have gone out and I have picked some of them, and this is how I use my wild greens. These are my dandelion leaves right here. Some more mustard. This is one of my violet leaves. Now, I just snipped one. It was a really large one, so I'm going to put it right there. Some more little pieces of mustard. This was just a little piece of plantain that was right there when I snipped the leaf there. Now, I like cabbage in all of its forms, and cabbage is very good for us. It's a cruciferous vegetable that has a lot of natural sulfur in the plant, and sulfur is good for our bodies. So I use it on everything. I use the regular, just plain green cabbage, but I also use the purple and the red cabbage as well. I haven't ever really liked the kimchi, but I'm looking at, I'm doing a lot of these things to my preference, so I may just decide I'm going to do some and then do it the way I like it. Just start adding some things too. Now, this is the old man's beard, the usnea that my friend Angelo sent to me, and I'm going to show you how I work that into my diet as well. Now, you see how there's just these little tufts. So I just pull them apart and I just mix them in on top of my wrap. This is also how I mix in my Verosa and my Cereola. Now, do not be confused. I have a lot more, but I keep a little small one right here on the counter so that it's easier for me to pick from. So there, I've sprinkled some on my wrap. I have put wasabi sauce on the base of this before I put the 2 thin slices of roast beef. I'm not a vegan. I'm a farm girl. I was raised to eat meat. I do not care for meat. I eat it very minimally, but when I want to eat it, I eat it. Now, this is what I call my super quad mix. This is my flax, chia, hemp, and sumac seed that I ground all together. And so I sprinkle that on. I keep it in this little container. Didn't get much for my birthday, so I went out and got me these little mason jars. These are something I really love, is these little small mason jars, because sometimes I only get a little small bit of a plant, and some plants that's all I need. So I got some of these so that I could just keep a little bit of something out there. So I put that on it. Now that's my super seeds. These are superfoods right here. And so I've got all that as my topping. So that I will wrap up. Now, this is my hot and sour soup. So, what I will do, and I got this from the Chinese restaurant, no lie. I have a Chinese restaurant that a Christian man runs. He was brought from China. He immigrated and he had been persecuted. He actually has a lot of physical scars, and he is proud to be an American and a Christian. So his name is Benny, and so I make it my habit to go there. And so as you see, I'm pulling apart my usnea, my old man's beard, and I'm putting that into my hot and sour soup. Now, something you don't see, but I have put some of my cabbage in there as well, because I just kind of did this on a whim. I decided I wanted for y'all to see me, that I really did walk the walk, and I talk the talk and I walk the walk. I am not just saying to do these things, but I actually do these things. And then I'm crumpling up a little more Verosin cereola into the hot and sour soup. Now I'll be microwaving that and warming that up. But this is absolutely delicious. I really enjoy the hot and sour soup. Okay, this is my one of my jars that's left of the strawberry kefir that I made. And this is from the kefir grains. This is not the fermented fruit from the I guess you'd call it the sugar fruit fermentation process. This is from the kefir grains. And so I have a little bit of that. I'm going to pour a little over in there. And so I'm getting my probiotics from that. So this is a typical meal for me. I don't always have soup. That's just something because it's gotten a little cold and I'm starting to feel a little sinuses starting, a little drainage starting. So I want that to clear up. I try to be very stingy with my kefir and my fermented beverages until I get some more on hand. Right now I've got 6 jars of brewing. So I will be trying to build that back up. But I've got 2 jars left of the kefir that I had made. So this is an example of how you can mix these wild things, these healthy things into your diet so that you can improve your health, you can take control of your health. And this is something you can do gradually every day, all day long, and it will vastly improve your health. Now, if you had a little greens garden like I do, you can go out and snip your little dandelions, your little clover, your little violet leaves, and you can put them on a sandwich. You can put them on a wrap. You can put them in a soup. That's simple. And then you get that immediate healthful benefit. That's something that pills in a bottle cannot give you. And then, of course, these probiotics, those pills on the counter, in the bottle, in the drugstore, that's way different than having fixed it yourself, and then you get it on a regular basis, and you're working it into your diet, and you're taking control of it. And that's been my whole mission, my whole drive, is to teach people that you can take control of this and improve your health yourself. So I'm going to go have my wrap that has my wild things in it, my hot and sour soup that has my wild things in it, and my strawberry kefir that has my probiotics, that I made myself. So, remember to eat the wild things, and until next time, have a good evening.